Konnichiwa minasan, and welcome to Oshita Karate. And in today's video, we're going to go over one of our Kihon. Now, in this dojo, this is the 8th Kihon that a student would learn. And if you remember, Kihon are we like to say the basics, but it's really the foundation of this karate system. And in Isshinryu karate, we have 15 Kihon. And again, this video is going to look at the 8th one. Now, this is what it looks like. I'll show you from different angles. First, we start here. We step back with our right foot, drop the hand down and open, swing it around, close, and pull back and up. Here it is from this side. And here it is from this angle. Sliding back with the right foot, in this case, left hand down, swing it around, and up. And as always in our Kihon, we do the opposite side. And naturally, this would be my left side because I had the left foot back. Now, if I could borrow my partner, we're going to look at a few Bunkai for this technique. Thank you, sir. So, Mr. Finn, I'm going to ask you, we're going to keep it very simple, and I'm going to ask you, sir, if you'll just take your right hand and swing around. In fact, sir, if you'll get to this side, if you'll swing around, guys, we're going to keep this very simple. He's going to swing around with his right, and he's going to hit me. Oh, I'm sorry, it said block. So, he's going to swing around, and he's going to hit me. Wait, I blocked it. What is our first block in this technique? And it's not this. Let's look. Swing again, please. The first block is actually stepping out of the way. So then if that's the block, if you'll swing again, if that's the block is this, then what is this? This must be a strike. Now, what's the next movement, Mr. Finn? After we strike here, what do we do with this hand?
Close it.
We close it. And when we close it, we're not going to just close it and put it to our hips. We're going to bring something with it. We're going to strike, grab the wrist, and we're going to take it down to our hip. Now, the technique, Mr. Finn says, doesn't say pull. It says we're going to jerk the arm down after we've struck it. And if you notice, if we can get in a little closer, the arm and the hand actually twist into position. So if I was to do the technique, it would be twisted into the actual position that will get my opponent in position for, in this case, we'll come up hard with a strike, maybe even through with the elbow. All right, now, sir, let's try with the opposite hand. If you came in straight, it would grab, pull, and strike under the muscle here. Now, sir, maybe we don't all want to be striking with our hammers. Let's use our hands as swords. So what if you were to grab above my elbow with the opposite hand, and this time I'm going to cut across the eye with the open hand, gripping the opponent and firing our shot. Now, we went over this technique up with using our upper body, but we left an important part of the animal out. And Mr. Finn, what we left out was the back leg. Now, we did say the back leg helps us get out of the way, which is going to help us block. But now let's use that leg in our technique. So we're going to now use every part of this animal. If we watch again, we step back with the right foot. We drop our hand, in this case, the right side. We're going to swing it around and come up. Sir, if I can have you come in with your left straight. Now, class, we're going to stick with the technique. I'm going to come around gripping this wrist. Now, we're going to take our right arm and we're going to strike the opponent's arm here. But we want to use the whole technique. So watch what happens when we apply the stance. Now, if Mr. Finn doesn't mind staying in that position, I'm in the position of right side, the 8th Kihon. I'm using 3 points. One is the hand. The second point is my elbow on his arm. And the third point is my leg hyperextending his knee. Now, as you know, this fist is to be pulled back to the hip. So if we pull back to the hip, it puts pressure on this elbow. Okay, sir? So now if we do the whole thing, let's do it slowly. I'm going to have you come in straight. I'm going to step out of the way, take control of the arm, put my elbow here. I'm going to use the stance onto your leg, and let's see what happens. Get you here. Let's go slow with it. Height. And Mr. Finn, thank you, sir. Mr. Finn actually rolled out of that for us so that he can stay safe. But the reality is we want to break the elbow and hyperextend the knee. And if we want to drive them down to the ground, that's great too. Now, if we could see that again. And this time, sir, let's don't roll out of it. I'm just going to stop before you do. We will, again, stay safe here. Height. And feel that pressure, sir? Here, here, and pulling back. All right? Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you so much for watching this class. Please understand that when you're practicing your Kihon, keep it simple, and then start applying the whole movement, including the stance. And you might find that new doors will open with your Bunkai. Hey, if you want to learn more Isshinryu Karate, please go to udemy.com, and if you type in Oshita Karate or John Oshita, or even the course name, Dissect the Dissection of Isshinryu, you'll find my karate courses there, and you can start learning online. Hey, we'll see you in the next video. Domo arigatou gozaimashita.